Well, hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Adam, thanks for hanging out with me again today. And today's video, we're revisiting a build we did a little while ago. So this is the WR02 chassis with the Suzuki Jimny body on it and the cool slicks. A lot of people asked about the slicks. I will put the company and model number down in the description below of the slicks. Really awesome tires. They're just a real pain in the butt to get in the US. But you know, outwardly doesn't look much different. But I did do a few things, and those few things took me a while. So one thing is you'll see that you can't see through the wheel arches anymore, because one of the things I didn't like about the truck is you can see clean through from one side to the other. Now basically what I did is I made a internal structure for that. So I could have done just wheel arches, but there's a reason I did the whole internal structure, and that's because we now have underglow. So I picked up some pink LEDs. They're like a pinkish purple LED strips. I will have a link down in the description of those. Really cheap on Amazon. It was two, I don't know, like 14, 16 inch strips. Probably about 16 inches. But I'll have a link down in the description for those. I think they were like $8-9 for 2 strips, and they have the little servo leads right on there, so you can plug it right into a spare port on your receiver. So that's what's powering it. It's just powered off the receiver. Don't need anything special. And the reason I built the whole undercarriage body, subbody I guess is what you can call it, is I didn't want the whole truck to light up when you turn the underglow on. And that's kind of one of the reasons I don't do lights and stuff like that, is because, you know, you put lights on it and next thing you know you're lighting up the interior and underneath and everything like that. It just looks wonky. So this is a whole secondary shell made out of styrene plastic card, whatever you want to call it. And, you know, it serves 2 functions. One, it keeps all the underglow, you know, inside, so it's not shining everywhere. And it also acts as kind of like that inner fender look to keep you from being able to see through the body. So use some evergreen 5/16 inch tube, 7.9 millimeter tubing that slides right over top of the body posts, and got those on there, and then took some cardboard strips and laid it out, made the bends, kind of marked everything out the way I wanted it, cut those, and then just kind of taped everything together and got, you know, a design that would fit underneath the body fairly well. And then all we did was just take those cardboard strips and transfer it over to the styrene sheet. This is a Plasticard variety pack, 9-piece, and it has multiple thicknesses in it, so it has stuff from fairly thick to rather thin all in one package. Another Amazon find. I'll put that link below. This I picked up at the local hobby shop, and you know, I've got other stuff that I picked up from my hobby shop as well. But pretty much all of this construction was all done with the Amazon stuff. Now there's this little hole right here, and you know, test fitting it, and you know, everything seemed to be fine, but then I realized when I was putting the body on, the driver figure wasn't moving anymore, because that's one of the cool things about this little body is when you're driving around, you know, he bobbles and bounces around because it's mounted with a piece of Lexan there. And basically the steering wheel was sitting right on top of here. So one, it was keeping the driver figure from bouncing, and two, it was, if he did bounce, you're going to hear clack, 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 clack of it smacking around. So to keep the driver figure bouncing and not clacking on this, I hastily chunked out a hole there in the top of the styrene. Well, don't want light to show through. So what I did is I took this inner section out of a Tamiya paint can lid, trimmed it flat, and then just used some E6000 and glued that underneath. So now there's this little pocket for the steering wheel to bounce up and down in, and no rattles, and a quick and easy fix. So just hacked up one of this, glued it up underneath, and then shot it with some black spray paint real fast. And all this is just the black polycarbonate paint. It sticks really well to the plastic and also kind of leaves it that flat black look. So once you have the body on, you know, it kind of fades away in there. Now, one tip, make sure every step of the way while you're doing this that when you go to put the body back on, you're not forcing the body posts in weird positions, because once you glue these to the plastic card, you know, it's there. And you know, if you're forcing body posts in odd directions, well, your body's going to sit weird, or you're not going to be able to line up the holes again. So that's kind of my biggest tip. And you know, make everything bigger than you need to and trim it all down. You know, you see I've got little notches around back front here, you know, to try to keep it down as low as possible, but still let the light shine through. So I'm not going to take it outside right now. You know, in the daylight, you really don't see it. But, you know, inside you will, but I really don't have room in here to run it around. And it's wet outside, so we're not running it around. But you can see it has the cool underglow, and I will leave it off with it rotating around the spinning majigger, and you know, of course, playing some music for you guys, because yes, the speaker is still in there and it's gonna live in there forever. I just got to remember to charge it up from time to time so it doesn't die completely. So I know it's a short one, guys, and unfortunately no run footage, but like I said, I'll leave it off with this guy spinning around so you can kind of get an up close look, and then I'll turn the lights off so you can really see the underglow glowing. You know, it was just something that was the underglow was recommended by a couple viewers. You know, it'd be cool to have, you know, the under chassis lights like the old 90s trucks, and I agreed. And then the inner fenders kind of not seeing through the truck is something I wanted to do immediately after I built it, because I just couldn't stand, you know, sitting there holding the truck and being able to see clean through it. For some reason, this one just bothered me. I think it was just because more of a custom one. You know, the Wild Willie and all the other ones, they really don't bother me. It just, for some reason, it did on this one. Plus, adding the underglow gave me an excuse to kind of make a whole little sub body for it. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Everybody out there, you guys be happy, be healthy, be safe, and I will catch you on the next one. See ya.